All right, so things are ready to get rolling here. Game number one, so Tempest versus the Red Bulls. Again, we are split here in the booth, so it should be a really exciting match. We got the number one team in the tournament, Tempest, going on. They are the Division 4 champions. This is a rematch of just a match that took place 2 weeks ago. So early start here, Rock trying to keep the pressure on for Tempest. Dillybar looking to get things started. A good flick, can't beat Brills though, as now it's going to drop right in front. Diesel not going to make contact. It's going to be cleared out by Griffith, as Rock trying to put it towards the middle of the field.
Good, I like to see Squiddy back in the backfield, like the way he's been doing it. The way he rotates back and stays in the net, at least during times of high pressure, such an elite move. I mean, the guy's a great Rocket League player all around, but I like to see him doing that.
And Squiddy, one of those big players that we saw last night, he really stepped up and really was the MVP for the team. We saw him get on the scoreboard so many times, and they just had some dominant performances throughout last night's series. I think if we're going to see them come away with a victory, we might need to see him step up yet again. We'll see, though. Again, I'm not too familiar with the BBC Red Bulls, but they had a lot of fans coming out, rooting them on. However, early pressure coming in. Brills gets the goal, making it a 1-0 game.
What a good read from Lillican Fox, though. He looks right up and sees Brills just, perfectly positioned to get that second little flick over the top and kind of give himself the self-pass across the net. Great shot, good accuracy.
So we're just past a minute off the clock. Things off to a really quick start for the Tempest squad, kind of showing why they're the number one team. But definitely don't count out the Red Bulls. Plenty of time still to go as Griffith trying to lead the ball downfield. Looks for the backboard pass, but it's not going to get there. Woody following up, can't get the dunk. It's going to drop down to the front. Rock loses control. Brills trying to clear it out. A good read by Brills, but it goes right to Griffith. It's a soft shot. Easy save here for Diesel as he clears the ball downfield.
Diesel's one of those players who I've seen, and he did that a lot during the championship game between these guys. He can get such a heavy clear downfield at any moment on the defense. He's got the powerhouse, I would say, of Tempest. He's just an absolute animal all over the field, but fantastic reads all day.
Oh no! You hate to see it. What a bomb there. Squiddy getting a nice easy goal downfield, making it now a tie game. And I think that was just like not a little bit of miscommunication, but I'm not sure exactly what happened. Almost like a mental lapse.
Oh man, neither do I. I'm not really sure exactly what happened, but it's okay. We'll let it slide.
So tied up at 1 as we approach the halfway point. This game really close. So whenever they had the finals 2 weeks ago, what was the end result? What was the final series score?
Geez, let me go take a look real quick, because if I'm not mistaken, it was 4-1 Tempest. But I could be wrong. I'm having a lot of let me go double check on that real quick.
All right, yeah, go check into that. Let us know, because that definitely, I'm really intrigued to kind of see how that is. I could have done my research before and I forgot to do that. I was busy. We made the transition from Streamlabs to just regular OBS today, and I was doing a whole lot renovating, I guess. Oh, my words. Changing up the setup, but enough of what I've been doing. Squiddy gets on the board yet again. 3-1 the score. A great pass and good speed to get up, and beautiful placement as Diesel can't catch to it. So now 3-1 and Squiddy again coming out. He played really well last night, getting a nice start in this one. He's now on the board halfway through. They've got the 2-goal lead over the number one team. And Karitzro saying that they went to 7 games, and it's going to be another goal here. The Red Bulls are just running away here in the first half of the game.
Jeez, man. I had a feeling. You got Big Daddy Griffith, first of all, what an offensive monster he is. But I just knew having Squiddy and Dilly back on the field would be so good. And watching this unfold in front of us is certainly exciting.
So now Diesel trying to see if they can respond after just getting beat down here in about a minute and a half. It's all it took for those 4 goals to get on the board. No time at all. And Griffith tries to pass it to the mid. Good read by Brills to get it downfield. He's not going to be able to follow up, but Lycan Fox following downfield. Great pass to Brills. A better save by Griffith as he keeps that ball out of the back of the net.
Big Daddy Griffith going up really early on that play, passing straight up to Squiddy. Squiddy, there he goes. I'm telling you, man, there's something about this BBC offense. They are popping off already. Love to see that in game one.
Yeah, the BBC squad feeling really good here in game one. I mean, they are taking what they had last night and just running with it in strides. They're not even looking into the rear view mirrors at the Tempest team. Who cares if they got the Division 4 championship? They're out here trying to win the Tier 2 title. I mean, that is where it really counts. Division titles can only mean so much when you got something like this on the line.
I think that's what makes the Tournament of Champions so incredibly interesting is finally a time to see, you know, not only, okay, are you the best team in your division, but are you the best team out of everyone placed in that exact same rank as you? Such a higher level of competitiveness. And I think a lot of players take it, not that they wouldn't take the championship in a regular divisional series serious, but something about the whole entire tier gets your blood pumping.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the title of being the best of all the teams, I mean, that is something really exciting. And ever since we made that switch after the winter circuit, what just happened there? Excuse me?
I honestly have no idea. I saw Diesel with the ball. I mean, what an if that placement was calculated, I mean, which of course it obviously was, is Diesel. When he dropped it down low and backflip flicked that one in, it went straight underneath the defender who thought he was going to shoot high. What a good read.
It was quite an interesting play, the pool shot coming out. Somebody please go back and clip that if you haven't already. A nuts play coming out, making it a 2-5 game, 45 seconds left to go. Looks like it's in pretty good hands here for the Red Bulls, as long as they can just keep the scoring from happening. Tempest feels like they're warming up a little bit, now getting a feel for this newer Red Bulls squad that they faced just 2 weeks ago. Squiddy goes up, runs out of boost though. Lycanroc not gonna make contact. Brills trying to clear it out. Dillybar trying to do the best he can with 3 boost. Can be sent down, but Griffith shot. Nice read by Diesel as he's able to get up for that one.
Squiddy going with that solo possession play there. Lycanroc, man, or Lycanroc. I specifically remember him being an incredibly powerful player on Tempest, and he's proven that again tonight, even just what he's doing here. I mean, the man's already stat-wise, he's not the most impressive on the board for Tempest, but man, he has been all over each play. BBC Red Bulls are going to take game one.
In a really impressive manner to take game number one. Oh, a little slow here. Takes me a little bit here, just getting adjusted here to OBS. So it's going to be a little slow on these first few games as I get used to switching between the transitions and stuff like that. But a really well played game from the Red Bulls. It started off a little slow, but then they really kicked things into gear towards the middle of the game, and that's really where they won it. Tempest started off hot, but then the Red Bulls realized they were trying to play that fast-paced style game and just were able to take advantage of when the ball got away from them, and were able to really get those goals flowing.
Yeah, I really think that once the Red Bull started getting on that nice, like, you know, consistent train of being able to just add one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. There we go. We got confirmation from Diesel down there that Tempest did win it 4-3, not 4-1, like I said earlier. So, Kurt, you were correct. It did go 7 games. I should know that from being the caster for that game, but you know, it's okay. I think that this is going to be possibly a nice solid reverse of that in a best of 5 series. I'm excited to see how this one turns out, man. I really am.
Oh, it's definitely going to be exciting. I mean, that's first game already really good. The Red Bulls taking a lot of that momentum that they had in the last one. So I think, whoops, I clicked the wrong thing there. A lot of momentum after that first game, after that last series, from last night. The first game here tonight kicking off really well for them. Can they keep that moving? A 5-2 victory. Definitely nothing to kind of take for granted there. Let's see if they can keep what was working in game one going here in game number 2.
You know, just a heads up on last game, I'm not sure what was happening, but Rocket League made every player's name. I know on their scorecard you can see everybody's names while they're moving down the field. It just gave me numbers. So that was really hard to cast because I literally was like, okay, I don't know who that. So I had to literally I had to switch through all the numbers and stuff to find out which player was which. Makes it much easier when you can see who is who on the field, man.
Yeah, it definitely does. I think what happened is you might have hit like H on your keyboard or something like that. I know one of my keyboard buttons will change it to numbers.
I believe you are right. I believe that's
Because
exactly
I've
what
done
happened.
that so many times, so I understand the feeling.
I was so very confused, but I'm glad to see that we're back underway. And Diesel accepting the pass up in the offensive corner. Brills rotating back, but Dilly's going to beat him to that. Squiddy passing it back to Griffith. Interesting choice in play. But Diesel gets a nice 50 off the sidewall. And we're going to start up with some more Tempest offense right off the bat. See if they can put something away here.
Dillybar trying to transition to the offense, but nobody else with him. Doesn't really keep control. Squiddy trying to drop it down, but Diesel right there. So early on, possession is in favor of Tempest. They're doing a really good job of controlling the ball and controlling the position of where it's at on the field. They're really keeping some offense going, really limiting the opportunities early on here for the Red Bulls. The Red Bulls, their touches are very soft when they're trying to go for these passing plays. They're not really connecting the same way they were in game number 1, and that's really holding them back right now as we see them going for very obvious passing plays. A nice solo play by Squiddy gets saved by Brills right in the net, and now an opportunity to try and clear it out gets stopped by Dillybar.
And Dillybar's going to be all over this ball. Him and Squiddy, like I was saying, like I've said, I think now the third time, they're a lethal team of players. I feel like they're almost like you know you can watch players who play twos together and you watch them play threes, and you just know you're just like, okay, they have that consistency. Oh, as that shot was shanked right there by Squiddy, but hopefully be able to clean up. No, they won't. Brills will take possession, but you can just tell between Dilly and Squiddy they have that kind of chemistry, and I think that's really interesting to watch those kind of players come together in a threes lobby, even and having a strong third like Big Daddy Griffith, who can come in and be your last line of defense, or he can be your almost. Or he can be the savior of the day, which looks like he's going to get right there. Fantastic save. Pre-jumped off the back wall, coming in from Lycan Fox. Wow, what a save coming out.
All right, so now we're past the halfway point here in game 2. Still tied at 0. We haven't seen a goal on the board. So Anderkai says music/background music kicked on. I'll have to take a look at that here in between games. Because I don't have Spotify open. It might have been Rocket League. I'll double check that though. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so we see Tempest really starting to get around that corner. They're struggling to get the bounces to go the way they want, but a good play here by Diesel, shooting it wide. A good read by Dillybar, trying to get over Lycan Rock, and we still see the Tempest offense really setting up here. Double commit coming out from Lycan Fox, and Diesel ends up giving up a wide open field down on their end, but Diesel thankfully able to cut that one off, and now an opportunity for the counter. But really awkward positioning limits their opportunities.
Oh my goodness! Was that a bump on Big Daddy Griffith coming in for that shot that was essentially Diesel's? Let's see this one more time. It was. Wow, great read by Diesel to hit Big Daddy out of the air, and Lycan Fox to come in and clean that up. What a goal from Tempest.
Really nice bump, and that's going to be the one that gets the lead so far. Minute 25. Time running out here for the Red Bulls now, and it's been really Tempest's game, even though it's only 1-0 on the board. They've done a great job of controlling this game and limiting the opportunities coming out from the Red Bulls. The few that they've had have been really, very limited. As now Dillybar trying to get the ball downfield. Good move by Griffith. It's going to set up right here in the middle. Lycan Rock, can he stretch it? He's not going to. We're going to be at 1-1 with 1:03 on the clock.
And Squiddy making up for that shot he missed earlier. You know, he had that wide open net that he shanked off to the right-hand side, beating Lycan Rock. Perfect shot, bottom left corner. I'd expect nothing less from Squiddy.
Some really good placement on that one. Left it for a great shot. I mean, being able to read that your defender is on the far post, you have to transition across the field like the way he did and be able to get that shot. Some great card control. Now we're at a tied game, and now it's right back to where we started for the first almost 4 minutes of this one. But Squiddy has the ball, lots of room. What can he do? Tries to flick, doesn't get anything, but Lycan Rock gives it right to Griffith. Griffith has time. He shoots it near post. Diesel right there for the save.
Good save from Diesel, especially with the time running down. 33 seconds left to go, and Squiddy's up, touching it off the ceiling. Big Daddy Griffith tries to get the slow pop down the middle, or quick pop, but it was a little too slow. Dillybar, last man back, able to beat Lycan Rock before he even gets close to the ball, even though they had another defender coming up, or another attacker coming up. That shot from Squiddy coming back from the mid-line. Pressure is coming on from BBC Red Bulls, but unable to put one in at the final seconds of regulation.
Oh, here's an opportunity. Brills tries to play the mind game. Gets put into the corner by Griffith. Lycanroc trying to get it back wall. Drops it down. Not enough of an angle. And OT in game number 2. So just like the playoffs in the finals, this one's a tight one. 1-1 in game 2. They're trying to see if they can squeeze this one to 5 games. I bet it could definitely go to that. If they went to 7 in the playoffs, I think we could see a 5-game series here.
I can tell you that the boys on Red Bulls are probably looking for revenge. I think that they have more emotional attachment to this series because they know that they could have beat Tempest in the championship, and then losing in that game 7 had to be tough. Left a bad taste in their mouth, and I'm sure that Dilly, especially being the captain of this team, has been amping his boys up for this match from the second it's been scheduled.
All right, so now 37 seconds into the overtime. Still nobody really getting too many opportunities. We saw one from Brills trying to get a double, just could not get it done. A demo here by Brills on Griffith, trying to open it up downfield, but Diesel pass into the middle. It's going to be Squiddy winning the race to that one, and now Griffith should be able to get there and dunk. Lycanroc goes high on the read, but it's a back pass here from Brills, shot right into the middle of the net. Easy save for Squiddy. Griffith going to try and get downfield, but Brills is right there. Dillybar shot on far post. A really early pre-jump there from Lycanroc. It's going to be saved by Diesel. Another opportunity. It's going to be just peppering shot after shot. Griffith corner pass. Dillybar can't put it on target. Just a bit too fast for him.
Wow. I mean, there's so many bouts of offensive play. It's not even like shot trading. It's like offense minute training. Like we take the first minute, you guys take the second minute, and BBC is just coming out firing on all cylinders, just unable to put one past this Tempest defense, who's doing so well. Diesel, I mean, in perfect position for every single one of the saves he's gotten in overtime so far. The man's an absolute nut. I can't wait to see them jump out back on offense when minute 2 hits, and I'm sure that's going to happen here shortly. Let's see
here
if we
we
can
go.
find
The
some
counterattack getting started. Brills, though, can't get the control he needs, so Squiddy right there on top of it. Ball is going to drop. Dillybar tries to get up. He ends up feeding it right down into, I think that was Diesel, and now Lycanroc for a clear attempt. Double commit, though, opens up the net. Dillybar looks for the double, hits the waterfall. It's going to hit Griffith on the way out, and so it's going to be an opportunity for Diesel to try and get it up for somebody. He ends up getting it to himself. The bounce shot, Dillybar right there. And we are now 2.5 minutes into OT, still no score.
Oh man, that was I will say, if this one can be saved by Squiddy, it can. Diesel putting an absolute powerhouse shot on target. But if you go back and you actually watch that last little bit of offensive play coming out from Red Bulls, you'll notice as soon as they lose possession, Dillybar started rotating with the ball in front of the ball, and it caused excuse me, I think it was Big Daddy Griffith who was in the back. It caused him to have to wait and delay his offensive approach. It goes to show you, if you ever have a chance to rotate away from the ball and you see your teammate in front of you, go the other way. It usually works out better that way in 90% of the time.
So right now we're seeing Tempest get settled on offense. Again, it's been back and forth in this one. It's really just been battle of possession. A really good pre-jump to avoid the demo by Squiddy. It's going to drop right in front of the net, but Squiddy, easy save, no pressure there. He's going to boom it out towards the middle, and it's going to be Brills moving in. Griffith trying to get things going here for the Red Bulls. He's right there on top. Diesel doesn't get a great touch. Lycanroc downfield, demoing Dillybar, trying to clear up the field, as it's going to be a shot opportunity off the crossbar by Lycanroc. Still nothing. I mean, we are getting flashbacks to last week where we had that 5.5 minute OT.
Oh, goodness gracious. You're not even kidding. I feel like if any series is going to go into 5 minutes plus, it'll be this one every game. Especially now that Tempest is firing on all cylinders and Red Bulls are both firing on all cylinders, man. This is going to be a drag race to the very end, and to see all the midfield play, the bouts back and forth, it's so impressive. But you see Diesel right there losing a little bit of control of his positioning of his car. Kind of may have cost him, but turns out not. The pass coming up from Lycanroc, Rock pinching that off the sidewall corner. Dilly with a great demo on Diesel, and Squiddy with possession. Off the sidewall he goes, down the line, beating one, passing over to the mid. Big Daddy Griffith thought that he was getting beat to that ball, dropped off, but he rotated on to put the offense back on. We are still watching BBC Red Bulls put offensive play on for Tempest net.
A big thing, so we're seeing lots of passing plays, as you were saying, lots of infield opportunities. The problem is, I think that both teams are guilty of doing this, is they're making the passing plays very easy to read. I mean, the problem is you see them go for these opportunities. You see somebody cheating up, able to cut it off very quickly. The passes just aren't as crisp as they were earlier in the series. They're starting to slow down a little bit, but I think it's something that we might see start to build up once we start to find some openings. Squiddy trying to see if he can get it off the back wall, but it's going to be Diesel right there. Now an opportunity off the drop, and it's going to be an open shot opportunity, but nobody gets there. Squiddy wins the race. Right there for it. He's going to be able to put it in. Finally, we get a goal of 5 minutes, and we see the Red Bulls come on top 2-0 on the series.
What an incredible shot from Squiddy there. He saw that. I'm not sure what defender that was off the top of my head, but I think it may have been Brills. He missed that touch on the side of it. Yeah, he throws the okay in the chat. It was definitely Brills. Throws the shot out and just whiffed it, and you can just tell as his heart drops, Squiddy just dead-eyed that ball, top left corner. What a way to take that almost 6 minutes into overtime. Goodness, can you believe that, Sparky?
It's absolutely crazy. And the fact that that's not the first time we've done this throughout the now week and a half we've been doing the Tournament of Champions. So we've had some really good matches. This is another one that we've got, even though, again, it is 2-0 on the scoreline. Tempest has been putting up a heck of a fight. That one definitely a much closer game than the first one. But again, the Red Bulls coming out really aggressive offense, and it is paying off.
Now look at the top of that board right there. You see Lycan Rock leading for Tempest, player I was talking about in game number 1. Even though he was at the bottom of the scoreline last time, he's an absolute animal in the net. Him and Diesel both. I mean, it's 11 saves between the both of them, 13 for the entire team. But across the board, our Red Bulls, look at the offensive pressure. I mean, that's 17 shots. 17 shots for 2 goals. Is the accuracy there? No. But is the peppering of the absolute most intensity there? Of course it is.
I mean, the pressure is there, though. The accuracy is there, because if you looked at the save totals for Tempest, 15 saves. 15 saves! How?
It shouldn't be legal. They need to make a law against that, I believe. I think I'm going to write my congressman right now.
Oh, you gotta leave the lobby. We ended up having the lobby crash.
I left it. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, 15 saves, absolutely insane. And the 2 guys that we said to look out for, you said Lycan Rock, and then I said look out for on the Red Bull side, Squiddy. And both of those players stepping up huge in this series as we see them at the top of the scoreboards in both games so far. And I think we really need to see Tempest. They just need to find an opening. They've been able to get a lot of opportunities. Their passing plays work really well. They've got some good speed. The problem is when the Red Bulls get comfortable on offense, it's almost game over from there. They have no chance because the Red Bulls are able to have so much efficiency on offense that it's almost not even possible for them to get the opportunities they need.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I think that's I believe that's going to be a kind of deciding factor between the rest of the series. Tempest, if I was on Tempest, I really don't know what I would, to tell you the truth. I'm sitting here rattling my brain, thinking of thoughts of what I would do if I was a captain of that team. There's not very much you can do. I mean, as far as that goal in overtime, it was all come down to a simple mechanical mistake. I don't know that communication would be something to be worked on, or mechanics, or focus, or game awareness and field awareness and awareness of your players. I don't think any of that stuff really is going to have that much of an influence on it. I believe it's just going to be, as stupid as this may sound, I believe it's going to be there goes Diesel, lost connection to the match.
No, he's back.
Okay, cool. I was like, well, that didn't last long before this one crashed. Yeah, it looks like right now, according to the chat out there, we're tied 2-2, man. Literally 2-2 votes. So we're split. Even the chat's all split 50-50 down the middle between these two. I believe Red Bulls are going to take it right here. I think this is the time. They've been waiting for this. They want this, and they want to move on to the finals next week and go ahead and solidify their chance to be the Tier 2 champions.
So can we see the Red Bulls pull off the upset? As Coyote, as you said in chat, the straw poll shows we're split on the match 2-2. But you never know what's going to happen, as we have the Red Bulls currently up 2-0, looking for the sweep after a 3-1 victory last night. They're carrying some momentum. The Tempest not done yet, as they start off again with the pressure like they have throughout the first 2 games. Lycan Rock getting in, tries to get the air roll shot, not enough power on it, as Dillybar is able to get that clear out to the side.
Brills is going to continue this offense down the line in the corner. He's unable to find a connection to the ball, and Big Daddy Griffith is going to come in to break it up. And Dillibard, there he is, the solid rock downfield. Squiddy up for the redirect touch. Doesn't even need it. Oh my goodness gracious.
What a bomb by Dillibard, but even better read by Squiddy. He does get up, tries to go for the redirect, but at least is able to occupy Brills and keep him at bay. Brills went to defend the redirect instead of defending the shot, so it worked out really well there for Squiddy as it allowed the goal to get through.
I met Squiddy when I played on Xbox back in 2018. I believe is the first time I met Squiddy, and I met him randomly. This is just one of the weirdest stories ever, but I met him in a random 3v3 ranked game or 2v2 ranked game, and he was so good, and I asked him to team up, and then boom, friendship for life.
Nice.
And I think that's so cool to see from that random meetup to him now being such an incredible player and taking the best Bud Club network Red Bulls to victory right here. Good pass from Big Daddy Griffith, but Squiddy slapping that in.
Yeah, some good trust from Squiddy to know that Griffith was going to get to the middle. But that pass from Griffith, so smooth out of the corner. Way to follow with that ball and be able to get it through. So 2-0 the score here. The Red Bulls looking for this sweep after losing in 7 games in the division finals. Are on the brink of pulling off the upset against the team. We've got a Rule 1 in the corner. Squiddy and Diesel are out of it.
I tell you what, you can't take two of them. That's two pretty influential players. But you know what? To be honest, every player on this field is such an influence. I don't believe that's going to even cause too much. Now it's just a 2v2 between two elite players on each team. It just takes 2 men off the field. I think that's hilarious. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It should be interesting to kind of see what happens, because we have seen Squiddy really step up as such a big playmaker for this Red Bull squad. So taking him out of the game, will it be a big factor as Tempest trying to get something through? Brills playing a little bit of a mind game, doesn't get through Dillybar, as now Griffith bombs it downfield towards the corner. Gonna try and play it off the corner for a second touch, but it's gonna be Leichenrock looking to get it out. A good bump by Griffith, opens it up. He's gonna pass it across to Brills. Brills can't read it off the ground as well as he would have liked, but it works out as Leichenrock rotating behind it.
I will say, if I'm on the Red Bulls squad right now, first of all, massive respect to both gentlemen, just taking and accepting that rule and just gassing it straight forward into each other's cars without moving. I know that's got to be an intense thing to do on the line of a full-on sweep, but if I was a player right now on Red Bulls, I would be, hey man, let's hold on to this ball. Let's not even score it.
Oh, they broke it.
There it goes. They broke it. And what? Perfect timing.
I'm so confused on what just happened.
I'm not even sure. Look, no one was there. Just Diesel. I think Diesel just kind of let go of the gas or something. I'm not sure. That was definitely odd to see. But I mean, you've got Red Bulls up 3-0, 2:12 left to go. I really do think that Red Bulls are going to take this in 3 right here.
It feels like it. I mean, at this point, it is all Red Bulls. I'm not sure what Leichenrock. I think he was trying to hit it off the post and ended up clanging it into his own net, but now we are at a 3-0 lead under 2 minutes to go, and we have yet to see Tempest get on the board. I think that's just a testament to how good this Red Bulls defense is. They've been able to deal with some of that high pressure that we've seen from Tempest, but I think the bigger thing that has been really impressive from the Red Bulls squad is their speed. Their speed, when they get on offense, is what prevents Tempest from really settling in on like getting the counterattacks going and being able to really get things rolling. What a redirect from Squiddy to make it 4-0.
I'm so proud to know that man. Like, that's it. I'm just so proud to know him. That shot, I mean, that's unbelievable. This is a tier 2 matchup. Is a tier 2 matchup. Not even 1600 GC. And hitting shots like that, that's just absolutely insane. What a great read from Squiddy. Putting that massive, I mean, must have been 80-degree angle shot coming down from the sky. What an incredible player, man. I have so much respect for him in particular. Really showing up and showing out today.
Right now, it looks like it is in hands of the Red Bulls to get this, to get the sweep. We are running out of time for Tempest, and it's kind of crazy. You think the undefeated team putting up a better fight than this, but after A 5-2 win for the Red Bulls in Game 1. They sent it to a 5-game OT in Game 2, but now they're getting beat really, really rough again. There's really no way to sugarcoat it, but I think that's just a testament to how good this Red Bull squad is. Is Squiddy looking for another one, but it ends up going off the crossbar.
That 5-0, that 5-minute overtime loss, 6-minute overtime loss. I mean, that does something to you. You know, it takes a lot to come back from that kind of loss, to be able to reset and be like, okay, hey, it's fine. You know, if we may have to do that again. We have to do that every single game, and it may even be longer. I think that is kind of what broke down Tempest, and it looks as that save right there is gonna go ahead and prove it. The Red Bulls have taken it in 3 games, and Big Daddy Griffith isn't even done, putting in the 5th one. 9 seconds left, and we already crowned them going to the finals next week. Super exciting. I know they must all be plenty excited down there on Red Bulls.
So the Red Bulls end up losing in the finals. We see Tempest, the Division 4 champions, but the Red Bulls says, you can have your championship. We'll go for best in the tier. They're going to be competing next week against the winner of our 2nd match. But right now, it is the Red Bulls' time to shine. What a performance with the sweep. Get your brooms out, says Ed Shriver. They're cleaning up here tonight after a strong win last night. An even better one here.
What an incredible play. I mean, what an incredible... that whole series had me on the edge of my seat, and I'm going to be honest, I've been moving... You've been moving apartments, dealing. I'm like emotionally drained, physically drained, mentally drained. As you can probably tell, my casting is probably all over the place. I apologize for that, guys. Getting back into the swing of things. It's been a few days without Rocket League, but man, what a series to go ahead and get back and rolling. Incredible play from Red Bulls. Dilly Bar, the captain, leading his team there with the MVP on game number 3. 5-0 win over Tempest. Man. Even though I did say I expected them to win this game 3-1, I didn't expect them to 3-0. So it's kind of got me shocked.
I didn't see either team winning 3-0, but nonetheless, what we got, I mean, it was a heck of a series yet again, even though, again, they are close matches. I mean, that game just was all Red Bulls. They did a great job. Yet Tempest lost, cookies. Can you believe it? Let's take a look at the bracket.